Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another edition of EDU 600 Research Methods and Techniques. I hope everybody is doing well. I would like to thank everybody for submitting, for those that have submitted your qualitative critique. I'm about halfway through the grading of those, so if you have not received your grade and or audio comments and or the feedback included in the audio the audio recording, I make some comments on your discussion forum and discussion participation. So if you have not received those, I will have all of them done probably by the end of tomorrow, which is Sunday. So once again, thank you for everybody that submitted those. A few people have reached out to me and they're a little late in submitting those. If you have not submitted your qualitative critique, please do so as soon as possible or contact me and we can make some kind of arrangements to make that happen. So I'm going to quickly go through week number 7, and for those that are counting, week number 7 at the end of this week really marks the middle of our course. So we have week number 7, we have week number 8, and then we have spring break. Spring break starts on March 17th. Thank you for putting in all of the effort so far this semester, participating in the discussion forums, submitting your assignments. I really appreciate it. So week number 7, let's get right to it. Really, week number 7 is the point that we're going to look at the research measures, which some people might say the statistics. We're certainly in the world of quantitative research. Quantitative research, as you know, the data is numbers. So compared to qualitative research, where the data is words, themes, ideas, etc., in quantitative research, experimental research, we're looking at numbers. So in this one, let's get right to the materials. These are the goals for the week. Understand and apply information about these types of measures. How do you determine reliability and validity? Descriptive statistics. And once again, I've said this on a weekly basis. You're probably seeing some repeated videos, repeated material. Some of that is my effort to just keep on reintroducing these ideas, so hopefully the ideas sink in, even on a pretty basic level. This is not a statistics course. It's not a statistical analysis course. It's understanding statistics enough that you can read research and you can make some sense out of the results. So the first video is on reliability and validity. Second is in mean, mode, mean, range, etc. Third one is on the classic distribution curve. And then this is a big one, and if I point you to any one of these, I think they're all very important, but I would like you to maybe spend a little extra time on the normal distribution and also the p-value. P-value is, to me, really important from the standpoint that it helps explain, are the results statistically significant? And meaning, if you get a p-value that is tiny, 0.00001, it means that the results are statistically significant. If you get a large p-value, and it could be just say 0.5, it means your test results of the research may be significant, but they're not statistically significant. Those are the buzzwords that we use in kind of analyzing quantitative research. Are the results statistically significant or not? So once again, it doesn't mean that there's not some kind of significance of the results, but from a mathematical standpoint, are the results statistically significant? So I encourage you to spend some time on both of these. So Qualitative critique. This is in the past. For those that have not submitted these, please do so as soon as possible. Article capture 1, and I'll come back to this in a second. Visual displays of data. This is due on March 10th. I will have a video during the week on this coming up, but I really would prefer everybody to spend time on the article capture. The original due date for this was March 3rd. I've pushed it out to March 6th because I was sensing that there was there were folks still working on their qualitative critique. I wanted everybody to have an opportunity to spend the time on their particular topic and finding research articles. So the information for the article capture 1 is in here. And I just did want to click on this so everybody can see what's behind the curtain, so to speak. So you've taken a look at chapter 17, which shows you really an exemplar of the final review essay, meaning, and there's also posted here, the article capture form. Complete the article capture for 3 articles. This is your topic, and you are locating primary source document, not secondary document. This is a big distinction. Primary source documents are very similar to what we've studied so far in the semester. Meaning the qualitative article, the qualitative research article that you based and wrote about in your qualitative research paper, that is primary source. And what I'd like you to do, and I'm going to click on the article capture form. Here we go. It doesn't have to be any more complicated than this. The author's name, so you take your article, author's name, the date of the publication, the title of the publication, the journal title, volume, issue, if you can get that, and that should be easily found. The access date, meaning this is the date that you actually got the file, meaning you got the actual article, and it could be from our own Glickman library or someplace else, and then the database. So this could be academic search complete, it could be ERIC, it could be whatever it might be. So you fill in the information, and one thing that I often suggest is no, it's not a suggestion. Down here, I give an example of what an APA formatted reference looks like. And this is the form I'd like people to keep it in. So the author's name, first initial, and here is an actual example of a properly formatted APA formatted reference. So you can take a look at this, the more information on the style. There's also information on our website on APA formatting. But if you use this style, this format, you'll be fine. So for your actual article capture, I think the best thing to do would be to not just leave this information in here, but use the format. What I suggest doing is kind of getting rid of this example, deleting it so you don't complicate the issue. So once again, any questions on that, please let me know. Provide APA style for the article below, and then this is a big one. Provide 3 to 5 sentences on your article, and make sure you say what makes it a primary source article. That's pretty much it. You don't need to go into, you don't need to do more than 3 to 5 sentences about what the article was about. You don't need to get into a huge amount of information. And this was meant to be, okay, an opportunity to basically take your article, put it in a table. And so you do 3 of those. This is article capture sheet. This is article capture 1. Then we have 2. Then we have 3. Save it as a PDF and then submit it. Any questions on that, please let me know. So as a way to refresh everybody on quantitative, qualitative, what is the difference between a primary source document and a secondary source document, I just wanted to go back to the article that everybody used to write their qualitative research, or excuse me, the qualitative critique. And there's a couple of things I'd want to point out. It says right in the abstract, the aim of this research study. Boom, we know it's a research study. The theoretical coming down here. Now there's a few things that I want to highlight. You have the literature review, and you might have that in a secondary source, but the big things that you're looking for are this. We got the methods. Keep on coming down. Data analysis, research findings. So all of the, if you're wondering, does your particular article fit a primary source document, look at the instructions and the headings for the qualitative critique that you did. Way to highlight that further, if your article doesn't have, one of your research articles doesn't have things like in the abstract it mentioning that it is research, the aim of this study, this research, etc. Doesn't have that, look down into the body of your paper. So what you're looking for are things like research review, purpose and design, the sampling, the data collection, the analysis, evaluation. The biggies and are, each one of these categories. So if you don't see the method, the purpose, design, sampling, data collection, chances are it is not going to be a primary source document. So let me just stop this for a second. Reinforce some of these ideas even further. And the reason I go to great lengths is sometimes I get 3 articles submitted to me and only one of them is a primary source document. In here, in the content area, searching for primary source documents. In here, I put these together, what's primary and secondary sources, searching for them, searching for the second one. So if you're still struggling with what actually is a primary source, secondary source, I encourage you to visit this on our Brightspace page, because there's information in here, there's videos, and there's information on that. So that is by far too much for me. Let me just go back to week number 7. Okay, week number 7, all the information, qualitative critique, article capture 1 is due on the 6th. Visual display of data, this isn't due until the 10th. We'll have a video on that coming up. So that is it. If you have any questions, please let me know. I am here to help, including if you want to just shoot me, if you will quickly see that this assignment, it's not a major assignment, but I need to see your articles to make sure that everybody's on the same track. So sorry it took so long, but there's a lot of information in here, and I look forward to seeing your article captures this week. Bye, everybody.